It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jarvis Landry, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. His pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Baker in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Easy, easy. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Now Wilson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The tight end, Jeremy Shockey, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drop.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball. There you go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop him for a loss of a couple. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 2nd down, Wilson. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meeting?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Go, 14, buddy. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Check 50. Move 50. Alert. Got it.
Now Wilson on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now.
Yeah, maybe something in the defense that got Kaepernick's attention as he's going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
This is Gordon as they go to him again, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to